What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to another week of the Losing It podcast. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach, having fun as always. Or when I say having fun, might be a slight exaggeration because today is my beautiful uncle's funeral later today. And even so, I wanted to share this message with you, and thank you to everybody who sent me beautiful messages through the week on my messages and through Insta. And I'm just so thankful and so grateful that we have such a strong, caring and supportive community here. That's the real goal. And that's what we're trying to cultivate here. Yes, it's about weight loss, but it's also about knowing that it's okay. Women should never be measuring themselves against each other. We are here to support each other and lift each other up. That's always going to be my main goal, whether that's with weight loss or you're going through a hard time or a marriage breakdown or you're celebrating something. We should all be here to love each other and support each other and raise each other up higher. So with that being said, I have a message for you today that I think is really cool because I shared this on my Insta throughout, I don't know, maybe the last week, about some of the 5 major lessons that I learned through my 20 kilo weight loss. And I thought if I can just share these with you, you can expedite your journey so much. It will blow your fucking mind is what I want to say. Because we all want to speed this up. Yes, we want this done by yesterday. And don't tell me that you don't. Don't lie to me. Your pants are on fire right now. Your nose is growing. You know that we want this done extremely fast. Faster than fast. We want this done at better than lightning speed. We want it over with yesterday. We want this weight loss struggle over and done with once and for all because we feel like once it's done, we can get on with our actual quote unquote real life. Let me just get on with my real life. And I thought if I can just share these 5 lessons with you and you can take notice and apply even just one of them, you will make your weight loss journey XXL faster and XXL happier. And at the end of the day, I know you can tell me all day long you're chasing a goal weight, but I fucking know you're not. Again, with the lies. I know you're not. We are all chasing happiness. We think that when we get to this particular weight, we're going to be happier. We think when we hit this number on the scale, we'll be happier, we'll be freer, things will just be easier. And this is where I'm going to kick it off today. So this is the first lesson. I want you to take notes, grab your little note. I was going to say, grab your little notepad. And then I'm like, no, don't grab no notepads. It's just showing my age. Grab your phone, write it on the notes on your phone because the first lesson is setting yourself timelines will be the death of your success. Timelines are the death of your success. The minute you set yourself a timeline, as in this weight has to be gone by Christmas, my birthday, my 30th, my 40th, my 50th. This weight has to be gone by my second auntie's birth of her 4th grandchild. You set timelines that fuck with your head. Whenever you force your body to be, quote unquote, summer ready, summer's around the corner, I've got to get my beach body or whatever the fuck. Listen, you have a hot girl body. I don't care what your body looks like right now. We're talking about taking hot girl walks and hot girl this. It's you are just a fucking hot girl. Whether you are what society would call summer ready or not. And so when you set yourself a timeline, summer is 3 months away. So you set yourself a timeline, but now you think, well, I've got 3 months. Who really cares? And now you're compromising here and there. But then you think, okay, now summer's only 2 weeks away. The minute you set yourself a timeline, you're flirting with disaster. Open up those parameters and give yourself the space to fill into your own edges. If there was no timeline because you weren't in such an urgent rush, and you didn't have to get it done by a certain date on the calendar because you were doing it every day, that's a very different type of energy. When you are the woman who's just doing it because you are living it, because it's just who you are, that's very different from the woman who is fucking desperate, needs something. I've got to scramble and scratch to get to this place because you have this energy of inferiority instead of having an energy of, I am all that. I am the fucking hot girl and I'm already stepping into the energy of having what I want because I'm doing the things that I know are going to get me there every single day. The second lesson that I'm going to share with you is that chasing a goal weight is so, so different to chasing a goal life. In fact, it's perfect. The previous point was a perfect segue into this. Chasing a goal weight is a completely different fucking energy to chasing a goal life. If you can choose the latter, if you choose to chase a goal life rather than chase a goal weight, again, I promise you, you will be XXL happier. This is what it would look like. Instead of you scrambling and scratching and being desperate and counting your fucking macros and calories and logging shit in the app so that you can hit a number on the scale, what about you try and hit a goal life? When you put your energy into creating the best you, then all the negative shit that you don't want naturally falls away. So you don't have to chase a goal weight anymore because you are chasing a goal life. You want to be better all round. I don't want to see you hitting a number on the scale that you think is magical, but you're fucking miserable. Your marriage sucks. Your relationships are shitty. Your relationship with kids, co-workers, everything else is bullshit. You don't go out. You hate your wardrobe. Like everything else sucks. But hey, you got a number on the scale. Life is fantastic, right? Meh, wrong. The third point that I want you to take note of and that I really learned from my 20 kilo weight loss is that healing your relationship with food is going to take a hot fucking minute. Again, I feel like we're sort of honing in on timelines and the stress of timelines, but it is true. It is going to take a hot minute. You need to be patient with yourself. And why? Because you've never walked this path before. And you might say, well, no, Kylie, I've walked this path a million times. I walked this path fucking last week when I tried my diet last week and I tried a different diet the week before. I hear you, but that is not the path you're on now. If you're listening to this podcast, we are walking a different path. We're doing something different together. That's the whole point of what my program is about. F the scale. I mean, hello. It's called F the scale for a fucking reason. It's because I can get you the results without the damn scale, without the stress of the scale. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the scale. Step on the scale every day, 5 times a day, if that's what you want to do. If it makes you feel good, but I guarantee it fucking doesn't. I lost my weight without stressing out over the scale. But again, side point. So you want to have an understanding that where you're going now is going to take a second. You're not going to be there, like we said in the first point, like talking about timelines. You're not going to be there in a certain timeline. You're not going to quote unquote arrive at this magical fucking finish line and then everybody's going to cheer for you and your life will be rosy. That is not a thing. You have to develop becoming the new woman that you want to be in all areas of your life. I promise you, it is so much easier to make a change overall across your whole life rather than just trying to hone in and fix this one tiny issue with weight. You need to be patient with yourself and definitely get the support that you need. Whatever that looks like, if that looks like a community board on the internet, if that looks like a support group, if that looks like hiring a coach, whatever it looks like, you need to know that the support you want is available to you. This is my belief. I feel like God does not put a desire in your heart, whether that be weight loss or whatever it is. He doesn't put a desire in your heart and a vision in your mind for what is possible for you to achieve and then sit back and laugh, because it's impossible for you to have it. What the fuck? Like, no, that's not a fucking thing. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you have a desire for it, it's fucking possible for you, which means the support that you would require is available to you. The patience that you need to show yourself is also available to you. The understanding, the empathy, when you have those food fuck ups and you do overeat, there's no need to come down on yourself like a ton of bricks. That is not going to take you closer to where you want to go. It's going to pull you further and further away. Which leads me to my fourth point, which is that the very best version of yourself is going to be the one where you get to eat the foods you love and lose weight. It's going to be the one where you get to enjoy your life whilst you're losing the weight. It's going to be the one where you get to be so proud of yourself for taking the steps and taking the consistent action and losing weight the whole time. I say it over and over, and I'm going to say it again. You think that you're trying to get something. I'm just trying to get this weight off my body. I've got to get to this goal weight. Instead of trying to be the person who can get anything. This is how it actually works. You want to know how I lost 20 kilos? This is how I fucking did it. I stopped trying to lose 20 kilos and I became the woman who could lose 20 kilos. She could also get her dream job. She could be fit as fuck and she could eat foods that she enjoyed. She could have a great relationship and she could be well educated. She could be smart, sexy, savvy, and switched on. She could be fit. She could be healthy. She could be exuberant. She could be happy. I overhauled my mentality a complete 180 degrees. I focused on my self-concept. How do I see myself? How do I see myself currently? And then who do I need to be in order to be 20 kilos lighter? If I was 20 kilos lighter, would I be sitting around eating fucking Tim Tams all night long and stuffing my face and crying and watching Netflix because I hate myself so much? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. If I was the woman who truly, truly knew that I either could lose 20 kilos or was 20 kilos lighter, I would be a woman who was vibrant, smart, sexy, savvy, switched on. I would be someone who was extremely self-confident because I knew my damn worth. I would be someone who knew that I could have a beautiful relationship with a man who treasured me and adored me because I would also adore and treasure myself. I would be someone that would enjoy every moment of my life, regardless of whether it was considered good or bad, because I knew that opportunities are fleeting, moments are fleeting, and there is a lesson to take from everything. I would be the woman who would not waste my mornings sleeping in. A fucking version of me that was 20 kilos lighter would not be hitting the snooze button every morning. Fuck that shit. No, she wouldn't. She would be up whether she felt like it or not because she knew that she had an obligation to herself to be the best version of her that she could be. Fuck what anybody else thinks. I would be doing it for me. And that's how I started doing it. The final point that I really want to share with you today is that hitting a number on the scale is really, really, really not going to make you happy. I know you think it will. And let's be honest, it'll bring you a moment of happiness for a really short fucking time. And you'll see a number on the scale, you'll hit it and you'll go, oh my God, it's so exciting. Look at this. I made it. I'm at my goal weight. And immediately following that thought comes the fear. If you haven't worked on your mindset and you haven't worked on your self-concept and everything that we work on together inside of F the Scale, you will fuck yourself over because you will get to that goal weight and then you will immediately think, how am I going to keep this weight off? Oh my God, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. Or you will go into the mode of, I'm at my goal weight, and you'll fucking start eating everything and you sabotage yourself that way. Either way, you are screwing with your head. Real happiness, I'm talking about the real happiness in life comes from loving who you are, being really fucking proud of yourself, nourishing yourself, taking care of your body. And honestly, this was one of the most important lessons that I had to learn. But this, okay, I've got one last thing that I'm going to share with you. And this I want you to take away because it is the most important thing. This is really the most, no, I'm going to give you two. Two things that are the most important. If you remember these two things, you will do just fine and the weight will be dripping off of your body. First of all, when you get desperate to lose a weight, to lose a certain amount of weight and hit a certain number on the scale, you will fail every time. The reason is because whatever you chase runs. Anything you chase runs. When you are chasing desperately a number on the scale, you will never reach it. Or when you do reach it, you'll fuck it up by sabotaging and overeating and binging and losing everything that you worked for. The final last point that I want to share with you is to follow your plan, not your feelings. There is so much opportunity for you each day to lose weight, but you screw yourself over because you fall into your feels. And you're like, I don't want to, I don't feel like it, I've had a bad day. And all the excuses start rolling around in your head. We are going to close that chapter together now. You have the opportunity to do that every day. You can. It's a choice. It's not like it's not a choice. I can choose to do that right now today. I could have chosen not to show up and record this podcast and go, do you think I feel like it? My beautiful uncle, the treasure. I mean, this man, nobody will understand what this man meant to me. Never. You'll never know. He was just a treasure, like beyond anything in this world. And I have to bury him today. I could have stepped into that mode and gone, I'm not recording this shit. They'll just have to deal with it. They can understand people. And you would understand. There's not one of you that wouldn't understand. And also, I am going to choose to follow my plan, not my feelings. That's what you do in life. That's how you get results. That's how you become stronger and more consistent and become the woman who can not only lose weight, but she can achieve anything that she sets her mind to in life. And that makes me really, really proud. Honeys, I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love as always. Please remember, if you love what you're hearing and you want to hear more, please go ahead, like, love, share, leave me a review. I will be so, so grateful and thankful. And of course, if you're having any questions or challenges and things that you want to work through, come find me over on Insta, Kylie Pax, at Kylie_Pax. You'll find me over there. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. I'm sending you love. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Until next week, gorgeous ones. Bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to KyliePax.com and join me inside of F the Scale so that you can stop emotional eating and start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources inside my past podcasts that will help you lose the weight without the BS. I'll see you next week.